Alright, Greg, we're gonna go on Pirates of the Caribbean. Alright, we just got out of the Disneyland Hotel. We got special 25th anniversary badges. And we are going in for early entry. So Greg, what does the hotel early entry pass look like? We are going to go into the entrance. This is basically where you come into the property here. We're staying in that wing over there. Hello. Bonjour. Alright, I didn't want to sneak around and get you all sick, so we are ready to come through. Let's go this way. Greg. Hello, bonjour. Thank you. Alright. Into the park. This is the entrance after you go through check-in or the ticket booth. Alright, so we are walking in the train station and
a little chilly this morning.
Feels great.
It's chilly.
So when you come underneath, you see entrance to go up to the train station. You come back around. This is Disneyland City Hall. This is where if you have any questions, need any help, if they have their special badges, you can normally go in there. Here is a bookstore. Go through that a little bit. Character meeting is really busy in certain spots here, and you can see there's a line over here. I think Minnie's over there in her 25th anniversary garb, and then you have over here another character which I can't really see. It might be one. It might be Chip and Dale. I think they're both over there. Goofy or Chippendale? No, it's Chippendale. Where? Oh, Goofy's over here.
That's Chippendale.
Yeah. And then you have the Main Street Transportation Center looking at the lines. This must be where they keep all their special cars. There is a toilettes. And there's a gift shop over here in the corner. You can see over here it says Discovery Arcade. These are special to Disneyland Paris. There's also one over here which is the another arcade, Liberty Arcade, I think that one is. And this is really handy when you have the parades going on over here and it gets jam-packed. Those of you who go to Magic Kingdom or the Disneyland knows what it is, a pain to try to get out when it's busy. Well, these little slipways are really easy just to go through there, and you also have access to go into the shops. We'll go into that in a little bit later, but those are really handy just to zip on through and not have to worry about all the different crowds out here. So we're actually inside City Hall. And we're stopping in here real quick just to get some black pens so we can write our name on this.
Let's go buy one.
Alright, we just got out of the City Hall. This is the Liberty Arcade that I was talking about. This is their Emporium. We got special 25th anniversary windows with Tinkerbell. I think Tinkerbell should have been a villain. They got her all wrong. Nice old car. Main Street, USA. I love the windshield. Gotta have a frozen window. This is pretty funny. This is a paddy wagon. This is a Main Street paddy wagon. That's hilarious. It's a cool looking vehicle though. Hopefully I never end up in there. Alright, so you have different shops here. Oh, there's the Green Men. I told Greg those are the Green Brigade, and he actually thought that was a true brigade. I have no idea why they're dressed like that. Alright, this is Main Street, USA. Alright, so we're gonna walk along here. We'll probably do the arcades later at night because they're lit up really well then, and it's kind of cool to see them at night. But as you can see, this is how it looks. What's pretty cool is I love the way you have all this little brick in here. And it looks really clean. Just looking at the lines, it's really clean. But here is, basically this is all the Emporium, and these are just facades out front. But you have the Main Street Gazette. Scale looks definitely larger than what it would be in Disneyland, California, but it's probably closer to what it is in Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom. Here is Delicious Sweets. Someone's making all these good stuff. Let's go see what they're doing in here. Now, it's early magic hours right now, so not a lot is available, but you can see all fun looking stuff here. She's making all these treats. They look good. This is a pretty cool looking window. It's like one of the best windows I've seen anywhere. Look who it is. It's Cruella. This is Main Street Motors. This is just basically a gift shop. I don't know about you, but I think she's one of the scariest villains. And she's got some of the dogs already. This is where we ate the very first day when we had the cheese, the ham and cheese sandwiches. That's the entrance to go to the Liberty Arcade. You just basically can walk either way here. I know this is a really different looking area than what would be at Disneyland or the Magic Kingdom. Walt's Restaurant, we are actually going to eat here later today, so I'm excited about that. That's one of the 2 restaurants we really picked up. And then, you can't really see it, but if you go around the corner here, that's also another to get to the other arcade, the walkway, the breezeway. It's off season, so a lot of these stores aren't open right now. Here's Greg walking like Walt through his park. You look like Walt Disney walking through the park.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. There's special 25th anniversary framing. Here's another Main Street vehicle. Greg's posing. Either that or he's trying to figure out if a bird pooped on his head. And, oh, let's take a picture. This is the Walt's Restaurant. And this is them painting the Walt's Restaurant. So cool. I'm so excited to eat there later today. Alright, so Main Street Gazette, which I thought I saw the Main Street Gazette down there too. These are basically all just, you can walk from one shop to the next. So we got fine china and porcelains. What's really cool, if you're not familiar with Disney, they put names of famous Imagineers or people who contributed to this park. That's Martin Sklar and Tony Baxter. So those are very famous Imagineers with Disney. It's kind of interesting. Those are the first two that I really noticed looking at them. Someday maybe I'll have mine up there. You got China Harringtons, which you can kind of see is just different souvenirs, like picture frames. Looks like they're already starting to put holiday in here, and here we are towards the end of September. You want to get something? I'll do water for sure. And then, ooh.
One filled with chocolate.
Huh?
One filled with chocolate.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
What's the chocolate nut? So it's filled with chocolate nut?
So this is the cable car bake shop. Now when I think of French, this is to me like what I expected when I came here. I know I've asked around, like what, if you come here, what is specifically something that you have to try? There's really nothing, which is like, for example, in California you have the churros or Dole Whip, and there, you know, there's stuff specifically to Florida. But there's really nothing that, from what people are saying, you have to try. Alright, we just got complimented on our hats. Speaking of that, it's so funny how we're getting so many stares. If you notice, this is a perfect example looking around. I know there's not a whole lot of people in the park, but not a whole lot of people wear hats here. Hey, there's a Green Brigade. Not a whole lot of, especially men, wear hats here. And so we're getting a lot of stares, maybe just because we look weird, but I saw a few more yesterday walking around, but very little. In fact, we were trying to find Mickey ears in the like 25th anniversary. You would definitely see that in America. You don't see that here, so it's pretty interesting. So they have the Gibson Girl here, ice cream parlor, which they have in both parks. It's the Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and you have Greg sitting down already. And then over here, you have Casey's Corner, which is famous for their hot dogs. This one's pretty cool. I like the way it is because it has up here, it has the insignia, the Chicago Cubs insignia, and just a really old-time feel. So what's interesting is every main street of the Disney sister parks have their own unique time period. Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, they all have their own times. Now they're pretty much the same. It's turn of the century, late 19s into the 1800s into the 1900s. So Disney was originally going to do this in the 1920s, but they've kind of changed their minds. It was supposed to be when ragtime music was popular and when the flappers were popular. Now we've been here a couple different days and we haven't seen any horses pulling the cars, because if you go to the other parks you'll notice there's a transformation of time periods where you have horse-drawn carts, and then you have when vehicles like these started to come into being. I haven't seen any of the horses yet, so, and I'm pretty sure I saw pictures with them having it, but this is supposed to be a little bit different period than the rest of the other main streets in Disneyland and some of the others. Each is unique, and when people say if you've gone to one Disney park you've seen it all, well, definitely you haven't seen it all, because they all have their own little interpretation. This is France's interpretation of Main Street USA. So, a little different feel. For those of you familiar with Disney parks and you go to a different one, it kind of messes you up a little bit because what you expect to see in a normal spot is not there. But that's part of the fun, going out and exploring. So Greg is trying the donuts with the filled chocolate. Turn it around, Greg, so you can see.
They put it,
Is it
poke it in there.
Turn it around again. Oh wow, that's cool. Is it runny chocolate or what is it? Is it kind of a dry?
It's like a
paste?
custard type of thing.
How's it taste?
It's good. I think I could taste the frosting more than the chocolate.
Alright, I'm gonna try mine. Alright, you guys, and here is the beautiful Cinderella castle. Sorry, Cinderella, it's Sleeping Beauty. In French, I thought it was Belle's castle because it's like Le Chateau de Belle. So I thought it was Belle's castle, but it's actually Sleeping Beauty's castle. It doesn't look anything like the one in Disneyland, but if you can see it, it's sparkling. It's really cool, and I love how you have like a little hill here with the topiary trees. Very cool looking. So this is the hub I was talking about, where you can go to the different lands. Over here there is not a Tomorrowland. They call it Discoveryland, and that is to the right over here. And then here is Frontierland. You can't really see it. Alright, so we are gonna walk through the castle. Right now it's early magic hours. I'm not sure for how much longer, but we have only Main Street. Discoveryland's open, but we're gonna go into Fantasyland.
Oh wow.
We are underneath Sleeping Beauty's castle. Oh wow. That's scary.
That's awesome. It's like
Wake it up. Oh, give me coffee. Wake up. Wake up.
that's awesome. Looking right at us.
Alright, so we are going to walk through the castle. Here looks like where they do a Frozen stage show. We haven't seen it yet. Probably won't. I'm not big on Frozen. And we're walking through the castle. See the stained glass windows up there, they're really cool looking. And you walk around here. You can't walk straight through. You have to go either left or right. You are in their fantasy land. So here we are in Fantasyland. This is where you come out the castle. There's Sir Lancelot. There's Pinocchio's Daring Journey, and then also there's a Snow White adventure. And then as you go along here, there was Peter Pan down on the other side. There's Dumbo. And then as you come around, they have a little maze. You shouldn't get lost because I don't think I think that's as high as what it is. And then here you have the teacups. If you can look around on the other side, it's a small world. And then you have over here, you have the old mill, which is from the Disney movie. Alright, we're actually going to go on the teacups. I know I don't like spinning rides, but as long as we don't spin it too much, I think we'll be fine. I'll be fine. And we're spinning.
Well, not really. You don't want to spin it.
And we're spinning.
Is this whole video gonna be you filming me on this?
So this is the old mill. It is a little restaurant, and the old mill is unique in the Disney history because the cartoon Disney Old Mill was the first time they used the multi-plane camera. So it gave it the perception of like depth on it, and Disney created that. So paying homage to it. We put the old mill on here, and what do they serve here? They serve waffles. No, that's yeah, let's see. We got a train coming by. Perfect timing. CK Holiday, which they actually have in Florida too. Bonsoir. Oh, no, that's bonjour.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir means good evening. So just on the other side of the teacups and the old mill, you have It's a Small World. I think this is of all the It's a Small World. I mean, we've only seen, this is the third one, but this one's the most elaborate, most colorful, even more so than Disneyland in California. So we're on a little lookout right by the hub. And one thing I just really noticed is probably of all the Fantasylands where it mixes from the castle to the Fantasyland, this is probably the best because it looks like you're actually looking at a village. And then if you can see these over here, this is the entrance from Discoveryland, and you can see the terrapins over here as it leads you into Fantasyland. So really cool. I really like how this castle fits in with the rest of the land.
So we're here at Space Mountain, and Derek, what do you think of the outside, what it looks like compared to ours?
It's really cool. It's the Jules Verne Discoveryland, which is their version of Tomorrowland. So everything is that, I don't know what they call it, the kind of design. But you can see the Nautilus.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that before.
And then over here is the
airship.
Around the world in 80 days.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the ride's down right now, but we'll come back to it later.
Yeah, they're distributing fast passes, so we'll know they'll go up. Right now it's Hyperspace Mountain with a Star Wars theme in it, which I kind of hope just seeing the original, but I'm really interested in seeing this one because I already know it's different than the one in Florida and Disneyland.
Yeah, we stopped doing ours a little while ago, so. But, alright, well, until next time.
Alright, looks like we got everything going here. So they do have, these are the main street vehicles. There's the paddy wagon. And here is the horse-drawn carriage. So they do have them here. Wasn't sure if they were or not. But that's Alpha. Hi, Alpha. So we are just getting close to park opening, and as you can see, people are waiting to get into Frontierland. And here is Adventureland. So the lines are starting to get mixed, where you have early entry people from the hotels, and then you have the rest of the people that are coming in. Alright, our first ride of the day. Well, it won't actually be the first, but the first one with the park opening is going to be Big Thunder Mountain. Bonjour. Looking forward to this ride. This is another one of the rides I've been looking at. It's unique because it's on a separate island, but the theming of it is really, really cool. It makes it seem more of a woodsy film. And there it is. Over there, out yonder. You can see Phantom Manor out in the distance. America.
How the heck does it get out into the water?
Alright, so after you go, when you get on the right, you go in a tunnel and you come out right here. Pretty sure you come out there. Isn't that where you come out? You leave from here, and then it comes out over here. Oh no, maybe that's where it ends. No, that's where it ends.
It goes back into the
Yeah, so here you come down. Right when you go there, it goes fast and it's all in the dark because you have to come underneath the water here. By far, that was my favorite Big Thunder Mountain out of
all of them.
Walt Disney World and California.
It's
the longest, yeah. It was a lot longer than any of the other rides. That was fun. Definitely we'll have to go on this. This was probably my favorite ride that we've been on. Pirates was fun too, but I would probably say this would be, of all of them, this would be the best one that we've gone on.
I like doing Thunder Mountains at night.
Yeah, that'd be really fun to go on at night. Alright, so I'm not sure what we filmed before, but just to save some storage memory, we just walked through the gates of Frontierland. Kind of show you where things are over here. They call it Welcome to Thunder Mesa.
Welcome to what?
Thunder Mesa. And then you got Phantom Manor over here, which is kind of isolated, which is really interesting. Over here you have the Silver Spur Steakhouse, and you have, I didn't even notice what was there, the name of it, but it looks like it's the, what is it? It is the Lucky Nugget. And then over here, most of the park just goes this way. You got Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, there is a steamboat, and then everything else is basically down on that side, and it goes through Adventureland, and then it goes to, from there you can go into Fantasyland. So we're going to check out the wait time on this one right now. This is the Phantom Manor, which is known to us as Haunted Mansion. This is Adventure Island, which is a pretty cool area because there is Skull Rock. It's kind of like Tom Sawyer's Island, where you can go in through different things. There's caves in here that you can go into. There's a bridge that we actually didn't go up over there. There's Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse. So all this is kind of connected where you can go into. And we actually took a picture from inside there where you're looking out. And then through on the other side here is Pirates of the Caribbean. Really we went on this ride the night before last, and it was really cool. I think the theming of it was really neat. But we are about to go on this ride. But you see as we come along here, you will see it says Adventure Isle. Alright, Greg, we're going to go on Pirates of the Caribbean.
So, we're on our way to Pirates of the Caribbean. Say hi, Derek.
Hola.
And the lights are coming on, and it's getting a little darker. This is a lot more thematic than what we've seen in the past for Pirates. It looks like a whole castle or country type of a thing, but
what's really cool is the train, like how it goes through Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World in Disneyland. The train goes through where you can see, we saw Captain Jack Sparrow, which was really cool.
There's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Avant de sortir que la voie est libre, on sort et on rentre. On ressort et puis on rentre.
Ça te dirait qu'on aille se mettre un truc sous la dent?
So the parade is over, the fireworks show is over. It was called what? Illuminations, was it? It was really good. I thought they did a really good job.
Lit up the castle with different
Projections.
movies and stuff. Cool.
And it's always cool to walk down Main Street at night when all the lights are on. So Greg, this is a good time for us to do the highlight of the day. What was the highlight of the day for you? So what was your special moment of the day?
The fireworks show and the dinner was very nice as well. So just that last part of the evening was really nice for me.
That was cool.
The parade was pretty fun too. What about you?
Gosh, had a lot of good times. I would say in terms of a ride, Big Thunder Mountain was my biggest, that was a blast.
That was awesome. It was probably the best Thunder Mountain we've ever been on so far.
Yeah.
It's surprising me to even say that about Disneyland.
Yeah, and then
being the best.
I would say eating dinner at Walt's was really good too. It's hard to believe that we've already been here 3 days. We have one more day, and it's basically just a half day tomorrow. The morning is going to be filled with an activity, and then we have to get on the train by 3 o'clock.
To leave for however many
England.
years it may be before we come back.
This is the ending with the castle. So with that, explorers, we say goodnight. And like Walt Disney said,
We are just
getting
getting
started.
started.